Yeah, it's kind of a weird question asking, is Raw Wrestling united? Because Raw Wrestling itself is a community. You would think it is united. But considering that Raw Wrestling has so many subdivisions and so many different categories and cliques and different groups, feds, what is being united is kind of a 50-50 thing. You know, because you can look at the community and say it's united in the fact that um, we all do this thing together, but then you can look at it as, well, we don't agree on everything together. I think when you ask, is Pro Wrestling a United community, um, it's a question of, are we getting along with each other in the fact that we can respect each other? And to that I say, and to that people will say, we can never be united. But to that I'd say, if we learn how to respectfully disagree, then it is possible. Because when we promote this culture of of like hating each other constantly, and not when you enter a community, you often follow what they do. If a new person comes into the community, and when you enter the community and you see the way that the community behaves, you're gonna follow that. And like, people who join the community, I've seen them change over time with the way that everyone else changes. If everyone in the community can agree to be hateful, then I guarantee you the new community members are gonna follow suit and do the same jokes that they do. If it's and promote that toxic culture. And it really just goes around with anything in life. If you're joining a club and that club is full of dickheads, you're going to be a dickhead. So I think the real question is, um, how are we going to to just be able to do that, to be more positive? Because people saying Pro Wrestling is dying and Pro Wrestling is getting more toxic is completely false. Because the shit that you could get away with maybe just even a year ago, you can't get away with now, because we've progressed as a community, and we've changed. But how do we accelerate that change? How can we unite? Dill, I'm gonna let you go.
You know, I think being united is like it's like a completely global thing. Like, it's not even just in the pro wrestling community. It's just like, I don't think anybody will ever truly be like united, you know? Like, truly it is possible, but like, you know, it's a very hard question, because like, it is possible for pro wrestling to be united, but it's going to be very hard. It's almost like asking for peace in the community, which is not possible. Like, I'm having a
Well,
hard
then the
time with it.
question becomes, how do we progress to the point where we can be closer to being united, rather than how can we unite? You know?
You really just have to like just be nicer to people. Like, I think we'll go later in a later week. We'll move on to like respecting developers and stuff. You know, like, just being nicer to people. Give people respect. I'm not like a perfect angel myself, but I know that like I I have to be nice to people. You have to respect people. Like, try and settle differences with people. Like, if you're arguing with someone and you like despise someone, like, try and like settle things with them. Try and be friends with them. You know.
It becomes the concern of more of a humanitarian thing rather than a community thing. Because I've made the conscious decision to, if I can be better, if I can just be more professional, and not instigate any argument. If I can do that, then I try to. But as I say this, as we all say this, we just want to make it completely clear that none of us are perfect individuals. None of us have even said, like, because like, I've said terrible things in the community, but but the question of like whether you want to like improve, and like, because you can always change. But if you choose not to, that's on you. I mean, I feel like I've grown a lot just because I've decided, as I grow older, just as a person, to change But like even still, I wouldn't really consider myself as the greatest like influence over people. So it's like I think in general, if we just promote a toxic, a non-toxic environment and stop tolerating things like I don't know, people saying like racial slurs, if we just stop tolerating that, then you're gonna notice that it becomes less and less. If we stop normalizing things that shouldn't be normalized, uh, we will, as a community, be able to be just less toxic. When people think of being toxic, they think of, oh, everyone just constantly saying like a bunch of fucked up shit. If we just stop tolerating that, then we are essentially being more positive and quote unquote uniting. But again, it's never something that just happens in an instant. It's never something that just really can happen because the world can never really be truly united. But I think it goes universally for anything. Tyken, you want to comment on this?
Yeah, actually I do. So the question is wrestling a united community and how wrestling can unite? So wrestling, I don't think has really been a united community in the past, but there's been shades of it being united, but it wasn't really all united because there were always cliques and groups and personal individual friend groups, but it was more hold on, how am I gonna say this? It gave that idea that it was united. It's because we're all hating on each other, right? We could all tolerate each other. That's what I'm saying. And in a sense, we were united, but comparing to now, well, we were probably compared to now, the people before us would be like best friends, like compared to now, because right now this community is literally so isolated into their various friend groups, and it's gotten to the point, right, where we are giving people pushes and people relevancy of these various friend groups. It's crazy. Wrestling has just become the big battle of the faction, the big battle of the clans and everything, which is kind of lame, to be honest, bro. It's pretty lame. So the first way we can have unity in the community is trying to have less of us looking out for each other's clans, but let's just look out for everyone else in general. Second thing now, how wrestling. This topic is kind of hard to comment on because it's a lot of things. It's not just one thing. It's a whole factor of things that make this community not united, or not united as it was before. I believe there's like a lot of influences, outside influences that cause this, because maybe people are trying to, maybe some things that used to be all right to do in the past, people think it's corny and lame and they're trying to act hard and stuff, and which I don't really agree with. I don't. It's just, I just think we just all need to stop having egos. That's the thing, right? You guys have seen it. You guys have seen a lot of a lot of various people having different sorts of egos and different sorts of assumptions about people and that shit. Like y'all seen it, right? I'm not the only one that thinks that people have like different egos, right?
I think so. With, like new.
I think what you're saying is pretty similar to what I made a tweet about it a while, like saying like your skill in ring in this community is how people really view you as a person, which is something that I really don't like, and I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
No, I'm not even. That's not even the only point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say is that people just care. Basically, your relevance in this community is what you can provide to a friend group, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, you're pretty much right, because like if you look at the like the big friend groups in the community right now, it's pretty much all people in the exact same like divisions, like.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I was in those friend groups. I can say that I was in those friend groups. I'm not gonna act like I didn't get the benefits of them. I was in those friend groups, and I'm still in those friend groups. So I can speak from experience. Like, sometimes friend owners, I can be a bit biased when you're in a certain friend group, and that to me diminishes the unity of this community. And it's really crazy when you think about it, bro. Like we're basically rewarding people on being friends with someone, or if you know this guy, if you're cool with this guy, you'll give him the shot over someone that deserves it. And that's happened to me in the past, bro. I benefited like that in the past, which I kind of feel bad for now. But initially, when you think about it initially, you're like, oh, I don't really care. But when you kind of deep it, bro, you're like, damn, I really hold someone that deserved that shot. I got that shot instead of him because I knew someone else. And yeah, I just think that we need to stop doing that. We need to just stop having biases because of friend groups.
You know, now this question's really made me think about what I said earlier in like and actually our first video, like cheaters and infecting real wrestling. Now I really think about this question more, like I feel like the way I was talking about Vegas and Zayn when they relinquished their RWA title, I think when I was talking about it then, I was talking about it like they're monsters because they were cheating. Like I want to take that back, like from the way I said it, because they made a mistake. It's whatever. I don't hate them for it. Like I know Vegas, I'm friends with him, but like. So I just want to take that back.
Yeah, I understand that, bro. Because, like, while we're on that topic, I know we're all going off on a tangent and not really focusing on the topic of hand, but, like, they're still my friends. They're still my friends. If Zay talks to me right now, bro, I talk to him. Like, I don't really care that he cheated. It's annoying, but hey, we're still friends. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold it against you because you cheated on an online game. That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm not
actually, if I could comment real quick, just before I lose my train of thought. That's exactly like another thing is like the part of the toxic environment that is created is the decisions is the stuff that happens in wrestling account as for a person's individuality and personality and who they are. People will often attribute what stuff they do and they're like small things that they like. I'm not saying cheating is a small thing, but I'm saying that it doesn't equate to the person, and it's like. I think I've talked about him like twice in a video, and nobody likes it when I talk about him. But like, look, Omni Orange cheated, and everyone like clowns on him now for it, and like they make fun of him at the time when he cheated, bro. There was a whole like people being like feeling like betrayed, and like I don't know, like whenever I bring him up, people like really like dislike him for no reason. When really he's a great person. It's just that nobody gets to know him. Nobody really cares that he's a human being, It's like still now he tweets out shit and people are so weird about it. It's like people don't really see people for their personality and like who they are rather than what they did in wrestling, It doesn't always equate to what they did. So I think that is that's a great way to like, you guys get what I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
I get what you mean. I have like, alright, so personal experience, right? I don't know if you guys remember him, but I remember, remember Jason Ziegler, Muzzles, right?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Muzzles did something kind of fucked up. Like, even though sometimes I talk to him and like I ask him why he did it, but Muzzles is like one of my best friends, and I've forgiven him for that. He did something bad, but no, he's a really cool guy, and he's learned and changed from it. I love Muzzles now. That's why I help him with everything. So you can't really hold person's actions in the past to what they are now. And you can't really, unless it's like pedophilia or something really illegal, which you can like, yeah, nah, fuck you, I don't like you, get out of here, blah blah blah. That is completely understandable. But like certain things, I think time can heal all wounds, and people can be forgiven once they don't repeat these actions. Am I right?
Totally, yeah. The only times we should ever like take a stance and say no is when someone does something like illegal, like pedophilia. That's the time when we do it. But people put in more energy into like canceling over being. People will put in more time to canceling. Sometimes people will put in more effort into canceling someone who's cheated in wrestling than to someone who's actually done pedophilia. Like Inception,
yes.
Jesse.
Yes, that is.
Yes, that's so true. Oh my god.
In Inception, Jesse, bro. How is that guy still in the community? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man, is crazy.
Him and Zany, bro. Like, I don't even hate Zany. I don't even hate Zany because I had to work with him for IPW because we had that that the Suzuki Gun Clan, yeah, that Suzuki Gun team that Mick Trunks put me in. But I had to work with him, and I'm still wondering how he's still allowed in the community, bro. Zany did some fucked up shit.
I think the only reason why he's still allowed in the community is, like, I know him. I'm friends with him. Because I don't feel, like, any weirdness around him because, like, you know, he actually got help. He literally went to therapy. He went to the army. Like, I think him getting therapy was the main reason why he's allowed back. Because he knows what he did was wrong and he owned up to it and got help for it.
I mean, I just think personally, even if you get help, bro, there's always this chance that you can do it again, and that's why.
Yeah, there is that chance, but you know, like you gotta like he knows what he did was wrong, so.
I just don't know, like pedophiles in this community should really be allowed back, and if you're still going to be like friends with them, or like you're gonna be friends with them or still talk to them, I can understand that. But I just think, in the general scheme of things, I don't think that proven pedophiles should really be allowed back that much. I don't know. Maybe that's just my take on it. Maybe I'm wrong.
And adding on to that, Brutal Damon, you know, he got caught, and then literally 2 weeks later, he's being rumored of returning, and everyone's getting so excited for it. Like, what the hell is that?
Oh no, are you talking about the EWF thing?
Yes, that.
That was a bait by that was baited. It was a bait for the
I know it was a bait, but people got so excited for it. That's the point I'm making. I understand it was a bait, but people got so excited, even despite them literally knowing what he did.
Man, it's so dumb, bro. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this community is it's been as divided as it's ever been before, and that's just me. I think it's going to take a lot for us to get back to how things used to be. I would greatly appreciate if somebody could make the change that we need, bro. I'd appreciate it, bro, because you know this shit's fun. Like, I've met even when I left, bro, I've met some lifelong friends from this shit, bro. Like, it's different. It's a different vibe. I like this. I like it. And people can clown on me for it, bro, but I actually like being here sometimes. I know sometimes it's annoying, but the memories I've had here, I wouldn't give up for the world, honestly. The friends I've had here, even outside of wrestling, sometimes like the things we do outside of wrestling with my friends, I still met them here, and I still talk to them on a daily basis. I love my friends, bro. Which is why it kind of pains me when I realize that these new persons don't really get to experience that. Or they do, but it's not as good as it was before, if you get me what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great way to close it. This has been Tyken, the Levette, and A's. Thank you guys for watching. Roblania Network.